from the Banquet Masters in Endicott, New York, this is the Bob Huckabone television show. Starring accordion player Frank Korosik, outdoor writer David Henderson, turkey caller Joe Sears, the authentic sons of the Binghamton German Club Huckabone. And me, I am Andy Berner of the Binghamton German Club. The Bob Huckabone television show is brought to you by Untitled Travel Service in the Security Mutual Building in Binghamton, Dandelion in the Union District of Endicott, Acme Cash Register Company, 238 Main Street in Kansas City, the Pocket Billiard Lounge in the Binghamton Plaza, Banquet Masters, 1302 East Main Street in Endicott, Roto-Rooter Sewer and Drain Service at 797-4774, the PMP Deli, 80 Harrier Drive, Kansas City, Farm and Home Meats, Route 26 north of Endicott, Oak Fuel Oil, home of the Fuel Oil Savior, Endicott Trust Company, your hometown personal banker, Wagner Cakes and Cookies, 46 Seminary Avenue in Binghamton, the Schnitzel Bank Restaurant, 528 Court Street in Binghamton, and the Bronze Variety Store, 216 Robinson Street in Binghamton. And now, direct from the Crappy Derby, and looking forward for a Carpy Derby, here is the man from all the fish fields, Mr. Bob Huckabone.
Okay, boy, do we have a show tonight. The reason that we're talking German, Guten Abend, by the way, had to put in a little German music there. The Lumpenball is coming up at the Germania Manicor. So tonight we've got the German Manicor band with us tonight. And thank you, Andy. That was a great introduction. So we got a great show tonight. Dave Henderson's with us. Joe Sears. We're going to hear some turkey calls on our show tonight also. But first, we start off with some of Bill's snappy jokes and sayings. Okay? Now, the Lumpenball has to do with people dressed raggedly. Bums, I guess you might say. Is that it? No, just dressed raggedly. Well, there are some people that dress raggedly over by the courthouse in Binghamton. We call them panhandlers. No? Okay, I was over there the other day. Panhandler, this is Bill's snappy jokes and sayings. I didn't write it. Panhandler asked me for 50 cents for a cup of coffee. I said, look here, I don't just give money to people on the street. He said, what do you want me to do, open an office? Oh boy, that was so good. We probably ought to not go on with that. We've got the show coming up, so stay with us, stand by. We'll take a commercial break, and we'll be back. Don't go away.
Hi, I'm Michael Kalinich of Sawtell Travel Service. Are you satisfied with the way your business travel account is being handled? Do you receive guaranteed lowest airfares? How about discounted corporate hotel rates? Don't let your business travel dollars go to waste. Sawtell Travel is a member of the American Express Business Travel Service, offering you the expertise of their worldwide network. Call Sawtell Travel or stop by our office in the Security Mutual Building in Binghamton. Sawtell Travel Service. Travel is our business. We're waiting to serve you.
Can't decide what to give for a shower or wedding? Dandelion in Endicott has a great kitchen idea. Or two. How about dishes or pots and pans, cutlery, utensils or bakeware, canister sets, dish towels or coffee makers, platters or cheese boards, picnic baskets, wine glasses, spice racks or trivets, napkins or toasters, molds or mixing bowls, anything for the kitchen, everything for the kitchen in any style. Dandelion has a bridal gift registry to help you decide or can help you create a specialized gift in your price range. Come into Dandelion in Endicott for a suggestion. Or two.
Call Roto-Rooter, that's the name, and away go troubles down the drain. That old commercial still tells the story pretty well. His expanding steel blades whirling down the line, cutting out all obstacles. There's still no better way to clear a clogged sewer or drain. So the next time you have a problem, remember this, and remember the name.
Call Roto-Rooter, that's the name, and away go.
Roto-Rooter, 24-hour service with daytime rates till 10 p.m. Riverside Drive, Johnson City.
Break away from the old routine and enjoy the fun and excitement of pocket billiards at the Pocket Billiard Lounge in the Binghamton Plaza. With 13 years at the same location, the Pocket Billiard Lounge offers something for the entire family. Pool, billiard, and snooker tables, ping pong, foosball, and an arcade. The Pocket Billiard Lounge offers something for everyone. We also have a full snack bar area and tables. The Pocket Billiard Lounge, frequented by world champion player Gary Pinkowski, offers a full selection of accessories for sale. The Pocket Billiard Lounge. Take the cue and have a ball.
Okay, that's the House Capella band from the Männer Chor. The German club is the official title of the German club.
It's the Germania Männer Chor.
Germania Männer Chor, okay. And Andy Berner is the entertainment committee chairman, is that it?
That's correct.
Okay. And why don't you give us a little background for those people who aren't familiar with the German club? Give us a little background of the club.
The German club, we just found it out really lately, has been founded in 1896. It is registered in a Brunkarni Kirkoffice. We have a document to prove that.
1896?
1896. It's almost 100 years old. It purpose to fund that club was strictly a social club to preserve the German heritage, and that time strictly through singing. That's the name of Germania Männer Chor, which is a chorus, the men chorus. And the ladies, that time, you believe me, 100 years ago, the ladies was usually separated from the men, so it became the ladies' auxiliary. So we have a men chorus, we have a ladies' chorus, and we have a combined chorus. And this is basically the main function on the club, which is every Friday night they rehearse. And every 3 years, because we belong to the German Singerbund in New York State, every 3 years they have a convention, which when they're singing for trophies. And usually the trophies goes for every year until when same club wins that 3 times in a row, otherwise it's 9 years involved. The first trophy has been retired 3 years ago, and is right here in Binghamton after almost 100 years.
Great. Now, the Lumpenball is coming up.
Yeah, that's coming up.
Now, give us what is a Lumpenball?
Lumpenball is let's go back again. After January 6th and before Ash Wednesday is a fashing time in most of Europe. And this is a time when the people dressing all kind of, like a Mardi Gras type, or you could call it, or fashing season, really what it is. Lumpenball, or when a lumpen is rags. You could come in all kind of clothes you want to. You don't have to be fancy. You could come here sloppy. This is the time you do what you wanted to do. And we just have a dance. We're doing a lot of fun. And this is also the time when we make a little show between them. That's what we call it, Bury the Fiddle.
Okay, who's featured in the show? You've got a
we have a band coming from Arlington, Pennsylvania, Joe Weber and his orchestra. Usually come with a busload of people with them.
Okay.
We also have the Hauskapelle playing previously. So the music gonna be 6 to 8 by the Hauskapelle and 8 to 12 by Joe Weber and his orchestra.
Is the public invited?
Public is invited, yes.
Where can people get tickets if they'd like?
I usually call me or call any of the club members, and Friday night call the club because we are only open Friday night.
Okay, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, well now we get to hear the band, right? Let's hear, we'll have a feature song now by the Hauskapelle from the Germania Männer Chor, and we're going to be seeing a couple of dancers also. Joe and Irma Heinrich are going to be doing the Rhinelander. So let's have a big hand for the Hauskapelle.
the convenience of Saturday banking hours at these Endicott Trust locations. The Vestal office, 148 Vestal Parkway East. The West Corners office in the West Corner Shopping Plaza, Route 26. And the Binghamton West Side office at the corner of Front and Leroy Streets. Enjoy the convenience of full lobby service or drive-up window flexibility with our new Saturday banking hours. At Endicott Trust, your hometown personal bankers have your best interest in mind.
So, Joe, why would people buy computers from the Acme Cash Register Company?
For one, Acme's been selling computerized products in this area longer than most computer stores. And with names like NCR, Wise, Ozzycom, customers get the right product at the right price for business or home use. And we give large trade-in allowances on old computers. Right, Joey?
Right.
Fuel oil savior for AOK Fuel. Here to remind you the cold weather is back, and it's time to make sure those oil tanks are filled. And you can do it by calling AOK Fuel and save money. And you can also get guaranteed 24-hour delivery, and we'll check your burners with qualified technicians. Always the lowest prices for fuel oil. Call them today, AOK Fuel.
748-1300 or 1-800-356-WARM.
Okay, we're going to be hearing more from the band a little later on. Right now, I want to say a few words about probably the greatest bakery in the area. It's Wagner's Bakery, 46 Seminary Avenue in Binghamton, the home of super great rolls and cakes and cookies and breads and other great baked things. Horst Wagner has more than 100 years of experience, if you add it up, in the two generations in the family over there. And Horst was trained in Europe, and they have all of that experience and know-how going into every one of the masterpieces that they make over at Wagner's Bakery. They're 46 Seminary Avenue in Binghamton. You can give them a call if you want to order a cake, or if you have any questions, you can give them a call at 722-9200. Stop at Wagner's Bakery. They're at 46 Seminary Avenue in Binghamton. The greatest bakery in the southern tier. Stop at Wagner's Bakery, 46 Seminary Avenue. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to introduce a gentleman an accordionist who plays Friday and Saturday evenings at the Schnitzel Bunk on Upper Court Street in Binghamton. Let's have a big hand for Frank Korosik. Okay, a little later on, we'll be talking with Frank, and Frank's going to play another song for us. Right now, it's my pleasure to introduce a man who is becoming a national figure, I guess, on television, a columnist, Dave Henderson, who's an outdoor writer. And you've been doing pretty well. You were a regular, an employee, I guess you might say, of the Binghamton Press, and then you went out on your own. How's it going, Dave?
I was a staffer for probably, I guess, 19 years, and went on my own in '86. And I still do stuff for the press.
Sure.
Still freelance to the press. And I do magazine columns. I'm a regular with New York Sportsman and on the Trail magazine, regular monthly columnist. And I do freelance for major publications, national things, whenever I can pick them up. In addition to, of course, the television stuff that I'm starting to do now.
And the television show is going pretty well for you?
Real well. Yeah, we went 13 weeks. We have 13 shows. We did a test run in May, in the spring, with five shows on Channel 12. I guess we can mention
well, of course.
Competing networks. Went on Channel 12 for 5 weeks, and it sold real well and got a real good reception in ratings, even though we had a rather poor time slot at the time.
Yeah.
So
that's a complaint all the time. Got a poor time slot, Dave. No, it's a good show. It's a good show.
Thank you.
And it's going to be seen in other markets, then, is that right?
Yeah, in the fall we came back with 13 shows. We ran them on Channel 12 in addition to the cable network of New Jersey, which gave us another 34 cable stations in New Jersey and Maryland and Connecticut and whatever.
You were on 34 of them over there?
Actually, we're on 143 cable stations altogether.
Hey, Bill, how come we're only on one? Boy, we'll have to get to know your agent. Dave, you're doing.
You're looking at him.
Yeah. You're doing real well then. Now, you're also doing a lot of traveling.
Yeah. In fact, Joe Sears, who we'll be seeing later in his show, hired me to do some marketing work for him for his turkey call company, Adventure Game Calls. And we were just in Dallas the second week in January. And we're down there for what they call a SHOT Show. It's the Shooting, Hunting, and Outdoor Trade Show. It's the biggest trade show in the world at the Dallas Convention Center.
Okay. Is hunting becoming more popular, less popular, or about the same as it was 5-10 years ago, Dave?
I think you'll find all the national statistics fluctuate year to year, and it depends on the weather in some climates and a lot of the license fees and things. But in New York, actually the number of hunting licenses each year has been dropping.
Yeah. Okay, let me ask you this. Now, you've been doing a lot of traveling. I know I've seen some of your shows. You've done hunting in quite a few states. How does New York State compare hunting-wise to some of the other states you've been in?
Well, in terms of, say, big game, if you're a deer hunter, New York has the quantity over the quality of a lot of other states. I just came back from Texas, where I hunted last week. It's not deer season down there, but I saw hundreds and hundreds of deer. And maybe New York doesn't come up to that in the standards of the big racks, but we're really overpopulated with deer here, and it's the success ratio in the past 20 years has skyrocketed in New York.
Dave, you also write in regard to bow hunting, right? In fact, you write for one of the magazines. You've had articles published. Is bow hunting becoming more popular?
Oh yeah, vastly popular. It's in the last probably 15 years, the technology of bow hunting has just skyrocketed because of the advent of the compound bow, where actually they put power steering, or would you say, onto the bow and made it easier for everybody to pull, and it makes it easier to become a better archer. You don't have to practice every day and whatever, and that has really taken off.
Okay, now you've got what, 12 shows, 13 shows have you done? Are you going to be doing more of them, or?
Well, what we're doing right now is we're taking the 13 shows that we have and taking the commercials out of those and going to put them in a package and syndicate them.
Okay.
And then if we make big bucks there, then we'll take a look at the future and see what we can do there.
Okay. And speaking of making big bucks, we have to take a commercial break on this program. We're going to take a break, and then we'll be back. With us, Andy Berner, Dave Henderson, Frank Korosik. We've got a whole lot more, so stand by. We'll be back.
Visit Snake Creek Marine in Franklin Forks, just 8 minutes off Route 81. Snake Creek Marine is an exclusive dealer of Mercury outboards and Mercury high-performance products, as well as a custom manufacturer of aluminum and fiberglass truck caps. At Snake Creek Marine, you can select your boat from the enormous stock and choose from their wide selection of boating accessories. Visit Snake Creek Marine in Franklin Forks, 11 miles off Route 81 at the Kirkwood exit, and follow signs to Montrose on Route 7.
F&H Foods Incorporated in Endicott. Everything for the smallest deli to full freezer orders. All meats at F&H are choice Western beef yield #1 and #2 and are cut to your specifications. F&H Foods carries a complete line of frozen vegetables, fruit, seafood, and microwave products. F&H Foods Incorporated, just north of Main Street on Route 26 in Endicott. F&H Foods, where we trim the fat, not the quality.
Call Roto-Rooter, that's the name, and away go troubles down the drain. That old commercial still tells the story pretty well. His expanding steel blades whirling down the line, cutting out all obstacles. There's still no better way to clear a clogged sewer or drain. So the next time you have a problem, remember this, and remember the name.
Call Roto-Rooter, that's the name, and away goes.
Roto-Rooter, 24-hour service with daytime rates till 10 p.m. Riverside Drive, Johnson City.
It's the House Capella Band from the Germania Menor Corps, and they're here, of course, to promote the Lumpenball, which is coming up for February the 4th. Right now, I would like to promote the PMP Delicatessen, which is located on Harry L. Drive in Johnson City. They've got food and drink from all over the world. They've got bottles and cans of beer from at least 20 countries that I counted when I was there last time. I just counted them. They have a lot of 5-liter kegs, which are great. They've got them a lot of German beer and other beers in 5-liter kegs. And once you get done with the keg, you can use it for to decorate around the house, or you can make a lamp or anything from them. They're great. They also have a lot of the best German cookies in the world, or Balsen cookies. And they've got a great selection of those over at PMP. They cut their own meat at PMP, the steaks, and they also bake hams over there. Just great. PMP Market. Look for them at 80 Harry L. Drive in Johnson City. If you've never been there, greatest store in the world. PMP Deli, 80 Harry L. Drive in Johnson City. Tell Pete that we sent you over, okay? We're talking with David Henderson, who hosts a television show. And during the commercial, we were talking about doing, if you do a fishing show and you're using film, or if you're doing a hunting show and if you're using film, it could get very, very expensive, Dave, right?
Extremely so.
Now, your first series that you did was on film, is that right?
Yeah, we shot it all on film and transferred to video to do the editing.
Now, there was one show, we're going to be talking with Joe a little later on. There's one show that you did with Joe, and you were, where was it, Alabama or someplace?
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma. You were hunting turkeys.
Right.
Now, and you did that with film.
Yep.
Now, how did you know that turkey was coming at that time? You got the film camera rolling. This can be very, very expensive, waiting for a turkey to just wander by, can't it?
Well, what you do is, turkeys are almost made for television. Turkeys and, say, bear hunting, where the animal is actually hunting you, coming to you or to the bait, is much better than, say, going in the woods to hunt deer or something like that, where you have to go out and search out the animal. So Joe actually calls the bird to us, and the bird will answer, so we know where the bird is. And then the cameraman just sits there and waits until he can visualize the bird. Then on goes the camera right over my shoulder.
Now, I noticed on that particular show, I could hear the camera. You could hear the camera whirring. Mm-hmm. Why couldn't the turkey hear that?
Well, those birds were like 50 yards away from us most of the time. They got as close as 50 yards before I shot. But they started out a couple hundred yards away.
Come to think of it, he wasn't thinking about being on camera either, was he? He was in love at the time, so he wasn't paying attention then. Have you had any unique experiences in doing the taping, Dave?
Oh, for sure. Whenever I blow anything, they can record that on tape, of course, and we could have 2 shows out of that, I think. Just on the mistakes, or when I'm casting and throw it into the other boat or around a tree limb or something like that. We had plenty of that.
Okay, now, doing a fishing show, I would think you could use a whole lot of film waiting for the fish to bite, right? How did you get around that?
Well, again, that's something where what you see on television isn't necessarily, the finished product isn't necessarily what happened that particular time. We do an awful lot. Well, when I first got into television, a good friend of mine, Peter Fiducia from New York City, who has a very successful outdoor show, warned me that you're going to spend an awful lot more time waiting for shooting light than you are actually hunting and fishing. And that's exactly what you do. You'll fish and fish and fish without the camera on for a long time. When you get into fish, then you don't even turn it on until you've got a strike. And if it's a little cloudy, you may play that fish for a long time to get in what you want to say.
You keep catching the same fish over and over? Is that it?
We're not above that either.
Oh, so you just let the line go, you throw them back in and then catch them again? Is that it?
No, you might catch a fish and then play it for a long time, and maybe if he didn't come at the right angle or something like that, you'd do a cutaway of another fish that you caught earlier, and maybe the third shot that you cut to might be one that you netted another time when the sun was right and when you could get your lines in and whatever. So you can get a lot of mileage out of a couple of fish.
Well, I guess you could just put the tip of the rod down and then set the hook again, and who would know?
Nobody does know, Bob.
Could be just a complete.
Now a lot of people know, but
sure. Well, that's how when you see some of these outdoor shows, the fishing shows, and the guy will say, "Oh, I'm sure you got a walleye there." He really is sure, isn't he?
He sure is, yeah. And he can tell you how large it is, probably.
Oh boy, you're associated with a production company. Dave, tell us about it.
I'm the president of Outdoors Today Enterprises, and actually it's just a three-man group. David Opie of Binghamton, who does all of our production, and he does the camera work and the audio and heads up the production. He's my partner, and he and I formed it back in the middle of 1987, and we've since taken on a financial partner, Ed Panis of Afton. But it's usually Dave and I who do the traveling, and Dave does all the camera work, and he was the essential to the whole thing. He knew all the strings to pull.
It sounds like you're having a real good time with it. Do you miss the routine of going to work every day?
Oh, it's terrible. It's the old situation where you're broke but happy, and it's something you can identify with.
Yeah, I know all about that, Dave. David Henderson, ladies and gentlemen. And now here's a happy group. We have the House Capella from the Germania Menor Corps with us, and now Carl Simmers, the director of the band. Now, Carl, anytime you hear a German band, they always do a toast song, right?
Yes, that's right, Bob.
Okay.
For example, you spoke about the German beer at the PMP markets.
Right.
Well, when you get a group of German people together, inevitably they will come up with this toast song. It's a toast to coziness and good times, really. That's about what it amounts to. And if you like a little demonstration of it, why, we'd be glad to give it to you.
What's it called?
It's called Ein Prosit, which means it's sort of equivalent to cheers,
or
down the hatch, what have you. Okay, band, let's go. Ein Prosit, der Gemütlichkeit. Ein Prosit, der Gemütlichkeit. Ein Prosit, der Gemütlichkeit. Ein Prosit, der Eins, zwei, drei, Sofa! Chicky-chacky, chicky-chacky! Chicky-chacky, chicky-chacky! Chicky-chacky, chicky-chacky! Hoi, hoi, hoi! Down the hatch. That's the way it goes.
Carl,
Yes.
what does sicky-sacky mean?
Nothing.
Oh, okay.
It's like hip, hip, hooray. What does that mean?
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay, now we have a place in the Triple Cities. It's the only place that you can rent German videos in the Triple Cities. It's called Brown's Market. Brown's Market is at 216 Robinson Street in Binghamton. And we have with us tonight Sheila Brown from Brown's Market. Let me take a microphone and go around the desk. And we can tell you a little bit about, I'm on this other microphone. We can tell you a little bit about Brown's Market. Here, Sheila, let's show the people some of these videos. Let me get the mic loose here. Okay, there we go. Okay, who are some of the people that we see here, Sheila?
Well, we have some absolutely fantastic Heimatsfilme.
They're all falling over, Sheila. Yeah, we have to get out from in front of the camera.
Okay.
What do we have, real quick?
Ficatoriani im weißen Rössel am Wolfgangsee mit Peter Alexander. Sissi, wir haben 3. Ist a continuation. Ist mit Romy Schneider und Magda Schneider. Alles von 1960 und 70 und so weiter. Ich habe auch wunderbare Ficatoriani Internationale. Wenn jemand, wenn
German
Ficatoriani, hier, there's also in Filme drinnen. Like here in Heimatsmelodie.
You have to talk in the mic, Sheila.
Oh, in Heimatsmelodie is Ficatoriani Internationale. That's always nice for if you have entertainment at home with your German friends. I had a company from Germany last year, and it's all they watched because they couldn't understand the American movies.
There you go.
So, and they're absolutely fantastic for anybody.
And you should mention that Herb also has American videos.
Yes, we do have all the American videos, naturally.
Okay, and that's Brown's Market at 216 Robinson Street in Binghamton.
On Robinson, right.
Very good. And that was Sheila doing her very first television commercial. Didn't she do a great job? Okay.
See our German movies. They're absolutely fantastic.
Okay, now we're going to take a break, and we're going to see a couple more commercials, and we'll be back with more. So stand by. Hit it, band.
Can't decide what to give for a shower or wedding? Dandelion in Endicott has a great kitchen idea. Or 2. How about dishes or pots and pans, cutlery, utensils, or bakeware, canister sets, dish towels, or coffee makers, platters or cheese boards, picnic baskets, wine glasses, spice racks or trivets, napkins or toasters, molds or mixing bowls, anything for the kitchen, everything for the kitchen in any style. Dandelion has a bridal gift registry to help you decide or can help you create a specialized gift in your price range. Come into Dandelion in Endicott for a suggestion. Or 2.
Break away from the old routine and enjoy the fun and excitement of pocket billiards at the Pocket Billiard Lounge in the Binghamton Plaza. With 13 years at the same location, the Pocket Billiard Lounge offers something for the entire family. Pool, billiard, and snooker tables, ping pong, foosball, and an arcade. The Pocket Billiard Lounge offers something for everyone. We also have a full snack bar area and tables. The Pocket Billiard Lounge, frequented by world champion player Gary Pinkowski, offers a full selection of accessories for sale. The Pocket Billiard Lounge. Take the cue and have a ball.
Okay, and now a few words about the Schnitzel restaurant, which is located at 528 Upper Court Street in Binghamton. They suggest you try something different. Stop by. You can get really authentic German meals, right, Frank, from the Schnitzel Bank. They have a menu that includes 3 different types of schnitzels. I'm not going to mention what. Let's see. There's a Rahm Schnitzel. There's a Wiener Schnitzel. There's another Schnitzel. Jaeger Schnitzel. Oh, okay. They've got sauerbraten, bratwurst, and much more. A German menu. They also have American cuisine. They're famous for their steaks, as a matter of fact. They're cut to order. Der Schnitzelbank. Open for lunch. They're convenient to the east side and to the north side and to the industrial park. And they also have fresh, it says here, ach ja. They also have fresh German-style seafood, too. So try it. The Schnitzelbank. They're at 528 Upper Court Street in Binghamton, and that's where you find Frank Korosik on Friday and Saturday nights. Frank, you once played with, you said, with Frank Yankovic. Is that right?
Yes, I played with him about 3 times now. Sitting in with the band, different functions.
He's a legend.
Yeah, he is in the polka field. He's the first polka band that ever won a Grammy, so it was quite a thrill for me, quite an honor.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
How did you get into playing an accordion?
Well, I was brought up in a small town in Pennsylvania that was very ethnic.
Which one?
Forest City, Banling, actually, Pennsylvania.
Where is it?
Banling, Pennsylvania.
Banling, Pennsylvania?
Yeah. It's near Scranton, actually.
Okay. Yeah.
But it was like a very popular instrument, of course, when I was a youngster in the 40s. Okay. And just liked it always.
Okay, now you play a couple of different accordions. Right?
I play a piano accordion and a button accordion.
Okay, now you played a piano accordion before.
Right.
Okay. Now you're going to play another song for us. What are you? You're going to use a button accordion on this one.
That's right.
Okay. Let's do it.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, Frank Korosik. That's Frank Korosik. And Frank can be seen Friday and Saturday nights at the Schnitzel at 528 Upper Court Street in Binghamton. And now it's my pleasure to introduce a young man who is, I guess you're known worldwide, is that it? Joe Sears. Joe is with the Adventure Game Calls.
That's right, Bob.
But they probably don't have turkeys every place in the world, or do they?
No, that's not true. As far as my wife, she wants me to take her to Hawaii to take her. I told her if I take her to Hawaii, I'm going to go turkey hunting over there.
Are there turkeys?
Yeah, there are a few turkeys over in Hawaii too.
Probably not. Now, you're sort of famous because you've been on television with your turkey calls. Do you do other calls in addition to turkey calls?
We do have a line of game calls, as far as like a deer call. We have crow calls, owl calls. But the biggest thing is mostly I've experienced in is probably turkey hunting.
Yeah.
And turkey calls, yeah.
Okay. Now, you want to give us a demonstration?
I did bring a couple of different calls with me tonight.
Okay.
And probably one of the most difficult calls to learn on is a diaphragm call.
A diaphragm call.
Right, that goes in your mouth.
Okay.
And I did bring one in for you tonight.
Okay,
and,
this is the diaphragm call?
That's right. You open it up there, Bob. I want to see if we can get a sound out of it.
Well, what? Okay, now, this is it.
This is it.
Okay, this is.
And what you're going to do is you're going to put that latex out, and you're going to put the call right in the roof of your mouth. Let me run a couple for you first. Give you an idea what it's supposed to sound like.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to do a hen yelp.
This is a hen.
This is a hen. Now, this is a call that a hen does in the spring when she wants to get together with a gobbler.
Okay.
It's the mating season. It's the most common thing that a person might hear in the spring if he's out turkey hunting. It sounds something like this. You have to have a good wife. Not only that, but they say you need a good wife and you also need a good job.
I guess. So you sit around the house practicing this,
Well,
Joe, is that it?
I have been practicing for quite a while, and like I said, the turkey call, as far as the diaphragm call, it is the hardest.
Okay,
So
now,
okay,
the turkey then, the hen,
right.
which one, the hen just sits around and waits, and she calls, and then they...
Now what happens is a gobbler, he gobbles, and when a gobbler gobbles, he gobbles to attract the hen to him, okay? And he lets the hen know where he's at. Now when a hen, she goes out and calling, she'll tell the gobbler that she's ready or she would like to get with him. So she's going out, she's doing a hen yelp, yelp, yelp. She's in love, and she wants to get with him. So that's music to the gobbler's ear.
Yeah. Okay, now what does he say then?
Well, he answers, and he's more or less telling her where he's at. He's giving his location away, so that she goes to him.
You don't do the gobbler call then?
No. There's times that, that I do a gobbler call. but I don't recommend it because it becomes a safety factor then. If you're going out doing a gobbler call and acting like a gobbler, the people in the spring you are hunting a gobbler. So if you're, I mean, it's just a safety factor involved there.
Yeah, that could get hazardous to your health, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, now, so that was called the Yelp.
Yes.
Now, do they do like other than they just say, well, I really wasn't serious, I just wanted to go see a movie or something?
Okay, they do. The turkey does have a whole vocabulary, just like ours. Their voices are different, just like yours and I. And they do, as far as talk back and forth, saying different things. When your wife gets up in the morning, she's cooking breakfast and she's having a good day. The turkeys do the same thing. They get up in the morning, they're having a good day, the sun's coming up, they talk back and forth, they want to get their day started. Very much the same as ours as far as vocabulary. They do talk back and forth.
Do they? Can you do other sounds?
I can do a number of sounds. Why don't I do some cutting for you?
By the way, wait, let me interrupt it. I understand that. Where are you from, Joe?
I'm from Spencer, New York.
Spencer, New York.
Yes.
Now, I understand you were on the Letterman show. Is that
Yes,
right?
that's true.
What were you doing on the Letterman show?
Well, it's kind of funny. We did a national sportsman show down in New York. It was at the Jacob Javits Center, and that's where I had a chance to meet David. He came to, as far as my booth where we were set up at, and he more or less was interested in the turkey calls and how they would work. We had a big jam session, like we had some elk callers, we had turkey callers, myself and the duck callers, so we had a big jam session.
Okay, we'll continue this in a moment. Right now, we have to take a commercial break, and then we'll be back. We're talking with Joe Sears of Adventure Game Calls, along with Dave Henderson, Andy Berner, the House Capella, and we'll be back in a moment, so stand by.
Visit Snake Creek Marine in Franklin Forks, just 8 minutes off Route 81. Snake Creek Marine is an exclusive dealer of Mercury outboards and Mercury high-performance products, as well as a custom manufacturer of aluminum and fiberglass truck cabs. At Snake Creek Marine, you can select your boat from the enormous stock and choose from the wide selection of boating accessories. Visit Snake Creek Marine in Franklin Forks, 11 miles off Route 81 at the Kirkwood exit, and follow signs to Montrose on Route 7.
Enjoy the convenience of Saturday banking hours at these Endicott Trust locations. The Vestal office, 148 Vestal Parkway East. The West Corners office in the West Corner Shopping Plaza, Route 26. And the Binghamton West Side office at the corner of Front and Leroy Streets. Enjoy the convenience of full lobby service or drive-up window flexibility with our new Saturday banking hours. At Endicott Trust, your hometown personal bankers have your best interest in mind.
For your next special event, plan to use the superlative facilities of Banquet Masters. Banquet Masters offers 3 private, well-appointed dining rooms with expert help in planning, arranging, and managing your business and social events. Banquet Masters is the place for your wedding celebration, your company meeting or party, or any special occasion. For more information, call the friendly people at Banquet Masters in Endicott. Banquet Masters, always in good taste, just off Route 17 at 1302 East Main Street, Endicott.
Fuel oil savior for AOK Fuel, here to remind you the cold weather is back, and it's time to make sure those oil tanks are filled. And you can do it by calling AOK Fuel and save money. And you can also get guaranteed 24-hour delivery, and we'll check your burners with qualified technicians. Always the lowest prices for fuel oil. Call them today, AOK Fuel.
748-1300 or 1-800-356-WARM.
We're talking with Joe Sears of Adventure Game Calls. Now, you brought another collar type of call. Oh, and you have one around your neck too.
I've got another one around my neck. This is another air-operated call, and I've got another. The most common call, probably somebody that walks, or maybe as far as being known as a box call. It's a friction-operated call. And
now, does this sound the same, pretty much?
All calls have a little, as far as a difference in sound. Some turkeys may like a clear sound, some may like raspy sound. It's almost like what we have as far as a preference in music. We may like a certain person, and same with the
Okay,
turkey.
well, let's hear this one.
Okay, let's run this one here.
That was it?
I'm doing a yelp again. That's just a yelp. I'm doing an exciting cackle. Hen, when she flies down out of the tree in the morning, she's real excited, or she'll do a fly down cackle. It sounds something like this. And most of the time you get a response.
Now, she doesn't spend the night in the tree with the gobbler then?
No, that's a lot of times they do roost near the gobblers, yes. So when I mean, they wait all year long for the mating season to come, and then they don't get too far apart.
Okay, now you have another call around your neck.
I've got another call. This is an air-operated call. This is a little bit louder. It's good because it has lots of volume. As far as like windy days, or if it's raining out or things, you can reach a long ways. It goes something like this. I'll run another that simple yelp again.
Okay.
I shot something different in there.
Yeah.
That's a lost call that a turkey does when they're lost and they want to get back together.
Well, they get a little squeal then.
Yeah, that's
say, hey, I can't find you. Is that
That's
it?
right. They want to get back together. That's just a little whine.
Okay, so how do we do this, Joe? Now, do you make these?
Yes, I do.
Well, you make these, you have a little factory there? Or?
Yes, we have a little factory set up, and right there, that call you've got is a double frame call. It's a call that I designed to be raspy, and that just goes right in the roof of your mouth. You can try it out there, and what I'd like to have you do, Bob, is try to force air out.
Okay, I just stick it in like this?
Yes, push it right in. Yep.
How I do?
Go right in the roof, right behind your teeth.
Yeah.
Okay, now press up with your tongue. Okay, let me hear some. Okay, that's not bad. He's doing good. Okay, most of the air is coming out here. We'll let you practice on that one, okay?
I flunked turkey calling. Boy, okay. Joe, you've got some other projects you're involved in.
I'm also a New York State licensed registered guide. And this is where people, if they want to come in and they want to do some photographing on the wild turkey or maybe deer or just get away and be out in the wilderness, I would take them out. We're also in the process of starting a camp for youth 12 to 17.
I see.
So that, and Dave is also involved with this here with me, and Dave's also going to be, as far as a counselor, and as far as we want to teach them topographical maps, compasses, archery, trap shooting. We have a private place to do all that.
Good.
And
Joe, if somebody wants to contact you, how can they do that?
well, the best thing would Adventure Game Calls in Spencer, New York.
In Spencer?
Yes.
Okay. Let's have a big hand for Joe Sears. A great turkey call. And now it's time to meet our band tonight. The director of the band is Carl Simmer. Carl, would you introduce the members of the band and give us another song?
All right, we'll do that. First, we'll have an introduction of the people here. I have a scorecard because we have approximately 15 members that play in the band, but because of work schedules and so forth, we usually end up with about 10 that play at one sitting. Starting from my left, we have on the trombone, Diane Wickham. And next, on the baritone, we have Bill Eschbach. And then we have, on the trumpets, we have Ron Shoemaker and Bert Godoy. And in back of them, the fellow that has the largest hazard in a rainstorm because his instrument catches the most water, and we have to watch that he doesn't drown. On the trombone, or nope, that's not a trombone. I'll get it right yet. On the tuba, Doug Osterhout. And next to Doug, on the drums, Bob Rostizer. And then we have the clarinets, Gert Campbell and Max Borski. And yours truly on the boom bass, Carl Zimmer.
Okay.
Here we go.
For your next special event, plan to use the superlative facilities of Banquet Masters. Banquet Masters offers 3 private, well-appointed dining rooms with expert help in planning, arranging, and managing your business and social events. Banquet Masters is the place for your wedding celebration, your company meeting or party, or any special occasion. For more information, call the friendly people at Banquet Masters in Endicott. Banquet Masters, always in good taste, just off Route 17 at 1302 East Main Street, Endicott.
Can't decide what to give for a shower or wedding? Dandelion in Endicott has a great kitchen idea. Or 2. How about dishes or pots and pans, cutlery, utensils, or bakeware, canister sets, dish towels, or coffee makers, platters or cheese boards, picnic baskets, wine glasses, spice racks or trivets, napkins or toasters, molds or mixing bowls, anything for the kitchen, everything for the kitchen in any style. Dandelion has a bridal gift registry to help you decide or can help you create a specialized gift in your price range. Come into Dandelion in Endicott for a suggestion. Or 2.
Hi, I'm Michael Kalinich of Sawtell Travel Service. Are you satisfied with the way your business travel account is being handled? Do you receive guaranteed lowest airfares? How about discounted corporate hotel rates? Don't let your business travel dollars go to waste. Sawtell Travel is a member of the American Express Business Travel Service, offering you the expertise of their worldwide network. Call Sawtell Travel or stop by our office in the Security Mutual Building in Binghamton. Sawtell Travel Service. Travel is our business. We're waiting to serve you.
Enjoy the convenience of Saturday banking hours at these Endicott Trust locations. The Vestal office, 148 Vestal Parkway East. The West Corners office in the West Corner Shopping Plaza, Route 26. And the Binghamton West Side office at the corner of Front and Leroy Streets. Enjoy the convenience of full lobby service or drive-up window flexibility with our new Saturday banking hours. At Endicott Trust, your hometown personal bankers have your best interest in mind.
We would like to hear from you. If you would, send us a card or a letter to the Bob Huckabone Television Show, 840 Union Station, Endicott, New York. Send us a card or letter, won't you? So you don't forget, send before midnight tomorrow. Well, Joe, this has been fun. I want to thank you for coming down and demonstrating your calls for us, turkey
Thank you,
calls.
Bob.
And they go under the name of Adventure
Game Calls.
Game Calls. And they're available, I would assume, in the Binghamton area?
Yes, they are.
Okay, so folks, get one and And
Thank you.
fun for the whole family,
Yeah,
huh?
fun for the whole
Right?
family.
Well, you probably want to maybe use one of the different calls for the other guy. Dave, wish you luck on your show and on your columns, and thank you very much for being here with us tonight.
Thanks for having me, Bob.
And Andy Berner, you were great. Wasn't Andy great tonight? Yep. Andy, did a great job. Andy is the entertainment director of the Germania Manor Corps, and you got the Lumpen Ball coming up February the 4th. And if we want tickets, we can call Andy or any member of the Manor Corps, and it's in the phone book under German Club, right? Okay. And Frank Korosik, we can hear you Friday and Saturday nights at Schnitzel Bank Restaurant. Thank you very much. It's great having you with us. We want to thank Joe and Irma Heinrich for dancing for us here tonight. And we want to thank the great band, the House Capella from the Germania Manor Corps. Thank you. You were great. You were great. Thanks a lot. And you can play some songs now and get us out of here. Thank you very much. See you next week.
The Bob Huckabone television show has been brought to you by Untitled Travel Service in a Security Mutual Building in Binghamton. The Dandelion in the Union District of Endicott. Acme Cash Register Company, 238 Main Street in Johnson City. The Pocket Billiard Lounge in the Binghamton Plaza. Banquet Masters, 1302 East Main Street in Endicott. Roto-Rooter Sewer and Drain Service at 797-4774. The PMP Deli, 80 Harrier Drive, Johnson City. Farm and Home Meats, Route 26, north of Endicott. Hope Fuel Oil, home of the fuel oil savior. Endicott Trust Company, your hometown personal banker. Wagner Cakes and Cookies, 46 Seminary Avenue in Binghamton. The Schnitzel Bank Restaurant, 528 4th Street in Binghamton. And the Brown Variety Store, 216 Robinson Street in Binghamton. Your announcer has been Andy Berner for the Binghamton German Club. This has been a Bob Huckabone television production.